What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Dokkan battle stream. We're doing some late night tournament grinding. I think I'm on 18 wins right now. I'm trying to finish up at least 20. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to go for. I'll probably go for the Gohan, which I think is like 23 mil you have to hit. If I remember right, I think it's 23 mil. I actually have not cared about the World Tournament in a while, so this is the first time I've actually tried going for the card at least. Not even for really any particular reason. I don't really care about the Gohan. The new Tao is kind of cool, but like, there's no way I'm getting number 1, which I think is archaic. That there's still, like, I think it's still the same prize, where it's only the first person, the top place in the local, gets 2 copies. What's up, Angel? New Gohan is crazy? Which Gohan? Trying to get top 2K so I can rainbow him. You're talking about the World Tournament one? What's so good about him? I actually haven't read up on him, so I don't know what he does, but that's interesting, because usually World Tournament cards aren't so great. I see Havo's already done for the night. I saw he was streaming earlier today. I wasn't even sure if I was going to go for, more of the World Tournament or not. I was actually playing a lot of Genshin earlier today. With the new update, there's just like so much to do. He has damage reduction and raises defense. Isn't that... That's kind of like that other Gohan. The teen Gohan. The strength one. Was he a World Tournament prize too? Okay, so this should be the 20th. And then let me see what my score is after this. I don't think it's too much more to get the card. It's like, it's 23 mil to get the card, right? Because I think after this I should be around 16 mil. Because you get about close to about 1,000,000 points per run at times 30. So that would just be 7 more wins. They need to get rid of the first phase of the World Tournament. But the thing is, the first phase is where you get a lot of the points. Like, unless you're getting like a lot of bonuses, most of the points you get is usually from first phase and last phase. Second and third phase really don't give that many points unless you get a bonus. Okay, yeah, that I agree with. The AI part's dumb. The AI has always been dumb. Let's go this way. I see how many tickets I have too. I don't know how many tickets I have right now. I had to really think about which which team to use for the World Tournament too. Like, I knew, with the name restriction gone, you just throw like a ton of Broly's on your team. But then I was like, which one do I do then? Do I do movie bosses? Or then I forgot I had Nappa, and I was like, oh wait, no, I'll just do Pure Saiyan. Did I pull the new Gogeta or Janemba? No. Unfortunately, I did not get either one of them. My pulls for Gogeta, I got everybody except the two new units, the new Gogeta and the Gotenks. I didn't get either one of those. I got the older Gotenks, the DFE Gotenks that came out before, and I got Blue Boys twice. But did not get Gogeta. I'll just get them next time they come around. I should have the 500 coins by then when they come back around. So I'm not too heartbroken about that. Janemba, I wasn't really... Like, I don't usually go super hard for LRs anyway, especially not on LR banners, because they're such a crapshoot. They're a terrible banner, and it's just based off whether or not you get lucky and get an LR. I did get an LR, but it was not Janemba. I ended up getting 17, which I was okay with. I didn't get 17 when he first came out. Getting a new LR is fun, so I was happy with that. I haven't worked on him yet. Like, I'll be the first to admit I've been really lazy on Dokkan over the past few months. But let's see, Angel Goku should be getting his Easy A pretty soon. Or did that already happen? I don't think that happened yet, right? Or did it happen? I can't even remember anymore. I don't think it did. Because I don't think I've done anything with that yet. Man, what time is it? It's 1:30. Yeah, I don't have the cam up because it's super late and I just don't feel like... I don't feel like being on cam. Why are you going backwards? Yeah, the Angel Super Saiyan 3. Did that already happen and I'm just like delusional right now? be surprised. I can't think straight right now. I always knew he looked like a panda. That's what happens at night. Damn, Raditz, calm down. You're free to play. You shouldn't be hitting me that hard. You came out a couple weeks. Okay, I'm pretty sure I probably already did it then. I'm just delusional right now. I remember I was pretty excited when I heard about it. So I'm pretty sure I already did it. I've had him rainbowed forever. I was excited that he was finally getting defense. Okay, so here we're at the last stage for 20. And then we'll see where our points are at. We'll see if we're going for that Gohan or not. I'm sure the Easy A is still up. The Easy A is usually up for a while. So it's sad. For the global anniversary, I logged into my account and I did some pulls. I managed to get Vegeta. I didn't get Goku. I think I still have time to try to finish grinding out one more multi, because I'm at like I'm at step 3. I'm at the step right before the free one, so I need to try to grind 50, which is like, I think I just need like 20 something more, so I can get the last step and then the free multi, and then we'll see if I can get Goku or not. But like that account, it has a lot of really good cards on there, but I just have not worked on any of them. There's so many that are still just SSRs. It's so sad. Like I have LRs on there that they're still in their SSR stage. That's how sad it is. I can't bring myself to work on it. $20 wins, let's go. We're at 16 mil. Okay, so let me see. I'm pretty sure it's 23 mil. Yeah, 23 mil, we get the card. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I do 7 more tournaments, I should be able to get. I'm not going to 30. I don't care about the Kais. The Kais are just gonna whatever. So let's go and we'll try to see if we can get to 23. Either hit 23 or I pass out, one or the other. Take your bets. Place your bets. Do I hit 23 mil or do I pass out on stream? Not that you would see me. And I don't have any caffeine. This fucking sucks. Ran out of soft drinks. I didn't know people use that Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta World Tournament. He takes so much time up, to be honest, and gets his hard like he's an in unit. But to be honest, I haven't touched World Tournament in months. I mean, that's why you have Ghost Ushers. I use them just for the category lead. I'm not using them to use them. Like, most people would probably use movie bosses, but even the Broly, I mean, all the Brolys get hard. Everybody gets hit hard, unless you use a real tank character. Like, it just depends on what you want to do. If you want, the ultimate route to where you don't have to worry about anything, you bring the Jacko and Chaozu, and then you don't have to worry about anything. Or you could be like me and have like 1,000 ghost ushers and just not care. Like, this is the only time I can use ghost ushers anyway, so fuck it. Like, here, fuck it, we'll just use one. Why not? Same here. I have like I have 6 LRs that are just the SSR. I just go on my global to summon. Yeah, pretty much. Like, I uninstall global. Like, I didn't have it on my phone until the anniversary started, and I was like, alright, I'll go ahead and reinstall it. Pass out? You know, that's probably a good bet. I would bet on it. When the world tournament is almost as old as you are. Well, it's catching up to me. I'm still older than it. So here's a funny story. I went to an anime con last weekend, and one of the panels that they had was called Older Than Ranma. And I know they meant the anime, but I took offense to that. So I went to go see the panel. And it was a dude up there talking about old conventions that he went to. You know, how anime cons were like, 10, 20 years ago, stuff like that. And what's funny is the dude was only like 30 something, like 32, I think. And I was like, you're a liar. You're not older than me. What the fuck? Technically, he wasn't older than the Ranma series either. The Ranma manga actually came out in 87? Yeah, I think it was like 87. It was like when it actually came out. So he was technically younger. So he was a liar. I use int Super Saiyan, int SBR, LR Goku, and all AoE LRs except Cell. He's bad. Night Usher, and I used to run the SR stun meta, but I found out higher the cost and more points, so why not? Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm using this team. It's pretty decent in terms of cost and whatever. I mean, it just depends, I'm not going for rank. I stopped trying to go for rank a long time ago. Like, I don't have the time to sit there and play continuously. It didn't used to be so bad trying to do it, but like, now it's really hard to do that. Yeah, I was gonna say it came out after Mason Ikoku finished, yeah. It was, let's see, Urusei, Yatsura, then Mason Ikoku, then Ranma, and then Inuyasha. I never could get into Inuyasha though. My sister liked it. And a lot of the generation after me liked it, but I could never get into it for some reason. Stopped going hard on World Tournament about 2 years ago. I just get the one copy in stone, Kai missions, and quit. See, I can't even be bothered to do that anymore. I used to do that. Nowadays, I pretty much just go for the 20 wins. Like the 20 wins in a row. And then usually that's it. God, launch, why? Like, you know, the key items, no one ever uses key items. Except for World Tournament. Like, this is the only time you ever use them. Like, the color changers, you know, if you feel like nuking once in a while, you'll use it, but otherwise, you know, it's the only time you use it. Tree of Might Fruit, this is the only time you're ever going to use it. Like, there's certain items that, you know, they're basically just for the World Tournament. It's the only time you're ever going to use them, so it's like, fuck it. Once in a while, I might as well use them. There was Mermaid Saga and One Punch Gospel that came out before that. I remember seeing them at Blockbuster, but I never watched them. I think I found out later on that she did those as well, but I remember seeing the box covers and the VHS tapes for them at Blockbuster, but I just never ended up getting them. Inuyasha is weird for me. I enjoyed it the first time, but it's not a series I can rewatch again. Even the fights annoy me because the main character is so dumb. I feel like with Ranma 1/2, the fights weren't bad. Like, I can still go back and watch them. Sometimes I'll change it up and I'll watch the Japanese version. Like the Japanese language version. Because when I first watched it, I watched the dubbed. And it actually was one of the better dubbed anime series. For back then, like a lot of English dub back then was terrible. Like English dub nowadays are way better than it was back then. But Ranma 1/2 was actually one of the better English dub anime adaptations back then. No, it doesn't matter. Let's do this. No, let's do it this way. Gave up on the World Tournament a while back as well. You gave up on everything. What are you talking about? I read the mangas, never watched the anime. I read the Ranma manga. Although it kind of pissed me off back then. Because when Viz was doing the videos, I forgot, I don't think I don't remember if they were doing the manga adaptations. I think it was, but they stopped at a certain point because I think there's like 26 chapters total, or 26. There were 26 chapters, I think, to the manga, depending on how they split it up. It's something like that. And the initial run for the English translated manga stopped at like 17. Like, for some reason it just decided to stop at 17. So there was still like another 9 chapters or something that they just did not do. And it kind of pissed off a lot of people. Like, later on they finally did release those chapters, but it was like, dude, what the fuck? Yeah, volumes. What's up, Stone? You're not grinding Guilty Gear? One of my friends, she's just now getting into watching Dragon Ball Super. So we're having fun watching it with her. But what's interesting, or maybe not interesting, maybe kind of more annoying than interesting, is she loves to ask the questions where it's like, if I answer this, this is spoiling shit. And she asks a lot of these questions, and it's like, do I answer this, or do I just let her watch? Because, like, the show is about to answer her question. And we were watching Loki earlier. She did the same thing. She's asking all these questions. I'm like, yeah, they're gonna explain this later in the series. Just keep watching. And she did this over and over again. And she was doing it in Dragon Ball Super, and I'm like, just watch. Because I don't like being the person that like spoils shit. Just got off work chilling. Nice, nice. All I know is that in 2005, I was able to buy all of them. The series ended Dumbledore, but predictably for its time. They were actually kind of expensive when they first came out, from what I remember. Well, I guess, relatively speaking, because I was like in college when those volumes came out. It's like 17 bucks, I think, per volume. I think that they have it. The newer ones were like not as good quality, so I think they reduced them down to like 10 bucks a volume. But back then they were like 17, like 16, 17 bucks per volume, because they had like the really nice covers. And they weren't just like cardboard or paper or whatever the fuck they are now. I gave up on Chain Battle day one. Just doing those 5 runs every day seems like such a chore, and it takes me wanting to play the game. I have like 10 level 5 crit and additional just chilling. Yeah, Chain Battle's annoying as fuck. I hate Chain Battle. Like, I'll try to figure it out, and then I get like different scores each time, and I don't understand why. I can't be bothered with that shit. And it's not like the prizes are great. You just get equipment. That's it. Like, there's some missions and whatever, and you'll get some stones. But I mean, whatever. It's not a lot of reward for the headache. Oh my god, that's the worst. Rachel does that too. Yeah, it's like, what do I do here? Do I ruin this for them, or do I just be the asshole that doesn't answer them? It's like they put you in a rock and a hard place. It's like, it's better off if they just find out. Just watch. You'll find out. You're gonna be mad at me for not answering, but you know what? Just watch the damn show. Watch the damn movie. Leave me alone. One time I remember Jake made a girl cry spoiling the big mid-series thing for Death Note. I could see Jake doing that. That was my girl when I had her watch all the Marvel movies to watch Endgame in theaters. She enjoyed it, but wouldn't stop asking me questions. Especially in the theater, because it's like, I'm trying to enjoy this. Let me watch this movie, come on. Just think, Nate, if you came back, it's your time. You could have put all your LR Brolys on one squad. It's like full team LR Brolys. I would actually love to see that if you came back and just did that. one world tournament. Just the full team, nothing but LR Broly's. I mean, I think you had enough for a full squad, I think. Imagine you just post that on Reddit. It's like, check out my team, is this good? Like, if I had as many LR Broly's as Nate had, I would totally do that. Fuck. 7 LR Broly's? I don't care who you have on your team. Bring your Majin Vegeta and your Kellen Caulifla. You're not eating all of these supers. That's like so many AoEs. Man, I can just imagine him doing that too. That would be so great. Holy shit, they're alive. You know, that Janemba's pretty good. Then again, a lot of the new cards are really good. I would have liked to have gotten at least one copy of that new Gotenks, but was not in the cards, apparently. Which is fine. I'm sure I'll probably get him eventually. Knowing my luck, I'm gonna get him on like the next banner he pops up on. I still seem to have that luck where I won't get them on their initial banner. I just get them when they come back around. Like, I'm saving up coins for the LR Gogeta, but, you know, knowing my luck, the next time they come around, I'll probably pull them. Like, I'm trying to think what my other target is probably the Broly, the DFE Broly that came out a while back, the Int one. I've seen some in the World Tournament. Not a lot. I think it's mostly the teams that are just doing full Broly teams. I would do that. I would definitely have done that if I had him, but I did not. Okay, so we're almost at 22. Yeah, this should be 22. Also, for those that aren't familiar, I like joking about Nate and his infinite supply of LR Broly's because it took me literally like almost 3 years after LR Broly came out for me to get him. Like, it was a struggle. Like, I don't know why. It would just not give him to me. What made it worse too was it was at the point when they put him in the shop where I think it was around the first time he was there. and it was the pack that you bought, the 100 stone pack. The one that came with, like, I think it was a purple stone, and then you get 3 purple stones, and then you could pick an LR. And I think it was like the first time they put Broly in there. I was seriously going to buy that shit. Like, I nearly did, and then I ended up pulling him. Finally. That's how long it took for me to finally get LR Broly. So, like, all the time before that, all these world tournaments, I was using the old OG DFE one. Like the... I think it's like the first DFE? If he... Well, it probably wasn't even called a DFE back then. I don't know what we called it back then. But he was like one of the first ones. So that was the Broly I would use for World Tournament forever and ever and ever. Back when we had to do 80 wins to get anything. Like here, this is what, 20... We're working on 23. I didn't even see how many more I need to go. I need to check that next. Shouldn't be too long at least though. Definitely not 80 wins. I can't imagine trying to grind 80 wins now. Like, granted it's not too bad with all the Brolys and everything, but it's still time consuming. Oops. Probably check after this, after we finish this tournament win. Because I think I needed to get to like 27. Man, double Majin. Double Major Vegeta. Okay, so we're on 22, working on 23. That would mean I have to do like 4 more. Shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully I can do that within an hour. Ghost Usher you. And you see how hard it is with the OG Broly too. Like, his links and stuff suck. It doesn't get key at all. Especially compared to LR Broly. Like, old school world tournament, we had to have, like, if thinking about way back then too, like we used to have to use there was Bulma and Launch just to give him more ki to start. We used to have to do things like that. As well as having all the key items. Just to make sure you had your AoE. Let's go. Where are you running? Come back here. Look at that. That's a lot of reds. Broly should be able to take him out though. I shouldn't have to worry too much here. The only time I have to worry is if I'm having to go up against a team of AGLs. Like, I know for a while that was like the counter strat. Most people would just use AGL teams. But I think with the Easy A that LR Broly got, I think that also kind of reversed all that mess as well. Oh, it's bonus chance again. This is an interesting bonus team. It's like all LRs. Isn't it? Oh no. Yeah, I guess it is. It's just not their LR form, is it? I guess that is the one for Hercule. For some reason I thought it was different. I'm excited for the Tao LR. I was not expecting that. It was pretty cool that they did that. I mean, I figured it'd be about time for them to have a new World Tournament LR. I'm waiting for them to do another Friend Point LR. Because I think it's been a while since they did Saiyaman 1 and 2. Okay, so 23 wins. We're at 18? 19. Okay, we're at 19 mil, so 4 more. 4 mil to go, so 4 more runs to go. Yeah, that's about right, so 27, like we were saying. I want to look at... This is the rankings, right? They all do... I guess they are doing that same strat that you were talking about, Justin. So they're just using Goku and just putting all the LRs on there. I am 6,100. Oh, I think that's within my friends, right? Yeah, this is within my friends list. So I'm at 61,000 currently. I'm 29th in my local. I'm only down... How many points is that? Let's see, 11,000. 30 mil. 130 mil. If I'm reading that right, I'm only 130 million behind 130 million behind first place. If I want the 2 copies of Tau, I just need to come up with 130 mil. No big deal. See, this is dumb. First place gets 2 copies. Everybody from second place to 150 gets 1 copy. And then the only other thing you get more of are the medals and the tickets. It's not even a lot. Look, you get... Okay, so first place gets 2 copies of Tau, 50 medals, 3 tickets, 7 dragon stones, and then whatever statues. Second place gets 40 medals, 2 tickets, 3 dragon stones. And then, what was it? 1 copy, 30 medals, 1 ticket, 1 dragon stone. So, like, 7 dragon stones. Who cares about the medals? Tickets, I guess. There's very little incentive unless you know you can get like top 3. And even then, it's just not worth it nowadays. I can't be living my life doing this. Alright, so we're gonna do 4 more. You wanna see the Brolys? So that's why you came here, Beast Chan. I don't have all the Brolys. I gotta use Nappa. We gotta have some Nappa in this. Okay. Give me the mark up front. Sweet. Give me my points. Alright, no, I don't have enough points. So let's go here. Fight me. Fucking hell. Go away. Fuckers. Trying to gang up on my boy. I wish they would make these World Tournament units just completely broken so we'd have some incentive to slave ourselves for 3 days. So we're already so hard to get them regardless. As cool as that would be, the problem... Well, actually, no, there's not too much problem. The thing is, they did make it a lot easier to get these units. Like, back then, it was way harder to get the units than it is now. Like, now you don't even have to care about grinding out rank. Like, if you want the World Tournament card, you just have to get 23 million points, and then you get to copy the card. You just have to grind if you want to get the rank to get more copies of the card. Which I would be perfectly fine with. And then just get the 1 copy and I'd be good with it. Because that's what I do anyway. Like on all these banners, I'd never try to go for rainbow for any of these LRs or TFEs or anything like that. So that would be totally in line with what I normally do in the game. Some of the World Tournament cards they did try to make better. Like, I know they did some Dokkan Awakenings for them. They're not really easy A's. I guess they're just called... It would just be a Dokkan Awakening. And some of them did improve, and then there's some cards that are useful. Like this Gohan apparently is a defense stacker with damage reduction, so that's nice. There's another Gohan that does pretty much the same thing that's used a lot. I mean that makes them way more useful than most of the World Tournament cards. Most World Tournament cards are trash. Like the OG Gohan, like it seems like the only good ones are the Gohans. The OG Gohan, the tech one, that one Like, I think it got better with its Dokkan Awakening. I don't think it's great, but just back then, it was like the third tournament card. Like on JP, I know it was the third one. I don't remember if it was in global or not. But like I remember that card, everybody wanted to get it because it looked cool. The art for that card was pretty cool. And World Tournament cards were more about trophies rather than, you know, being useful. Because it was harder to get them back then. You had to like rank and top whatever in order to get the card. That's why, you know, some of the changes were pretty cool that they did. You know, having the World Tournament banner, so then you could use tickets to summon from them, that was cool. Because especially for players that hadn't played, you know, since the game started, a lot of them didn't have the opportunity to come get some of those cards. So that was a cool thing. You know, adding the mission to be able to get the card without having to rank super high was nice. The only problem is the World Tournament is still really fucking annoying. That's still the baseline for this. Is like this is really still fucking annoying to do. Like as much as they've added quality of life changes, the core problem is that World Tournament is such a slog. Like granted now you don't have to do as many runs to get stuff, it's still fucking annoying. Like if you would have told me 5 years ago that, you know, instead of doing 80 plus runs, I could get most of what I wanted from the World Tournament in 27 wins, I'd be like, hell yeah, give me that. But now after having lived through it, it's still fucking terrible. Ugh. Like right now, I'm literally just doing this just to get the Gohan. Because like I already used my stones. I did another multi on the the LR banner. I got shit. So far for this keeping count, I've done 3 multis on the LR banner. And honestly, I was just doing it just to get coins. I'll be real. I don't expect to get LRs off the LR banner. Like, in order to expect getting LRs off the LR banner, you have to actually pump in a lot of stones, I think. Like, you can't go in there expecting, oh, I'll just do, you know, a couple multis and get an LR. It usually doesn't work out that way. You're probably going to have to pump in, I think on average, probably at least 5 multis. Like, if you do 5 multis and get an LR, that's good. Honestly, it'd probably take more, but LR banner is a whale. It's whales territory. Like that's definitely not a free to play territory. But at the same time, you know, you miss every shot you don't take. So, you know, a lot of those LRs, if you want a shot at getting them, you got to get, you know, either take your chance or you get coins, you're going to have to summon. So, I got super lucky and I got 1 LR out of my first 2 multis. I don't think I'm going to pull any more on it. I hate when I don't get first attack. I want first attack every time. There's a lot of blues, but that's why I have Nappa. Nappa should be able to take care of them. You know, this Nappa's really grown on me. I actually really like this card. $20 mil. 3 more to go. So besides this and Genshin, Bleach Brave Souls just had its anniversary, 6th-year anniversary. I managed to pull the anniversary unit, which this year was Aizen. Pretty happy to be able to get him in the one rotation. And they do theirs in parts, so there's a part 2, I think, in about a week. Curious to see who they release for that, because a lot of times, like, they'll do the big announcement for the anniversary unit, which that's the big deal, but then the second one turns out to be more hype sometimes. So I'm really interested to see what they do with part 2. I have enough saved up to where if it's like another step up, I should be able to have enough to do a full rotation. A lot of times it doesn't even matter for me too, because since I only play about once a year for that as well, I don't have a lot of the units that they have on those banners, so it's pretty cool. When I come back, I'm just like, okay, so I'll just go on here, I'll do my summons, and I'll get a whole bunch of new units. Yeah, because I think for step 1, besides the new Aizen, I got about 5 new 5-star cards, so I can work on those as well. Get more currency. Spirit orbs. I don't remember what they were called. You got this? Yeah. Shouldn't be too bad. The biggest slog, obviously, is first round. I think we were talking about that earlier. First round is pretty annoying. But, like I said, it's also like the most points you get usually is from the first round. So it sucks, but it's a necessary evil. Let me see what other games are there. So I'm playing the Final Fantasy games again. Well, I never really quit. Like, Brave Exvius, I've pretty much always had on my phone. And I like just logging in to summon. And they're starting their Final Fantasy VII Remake collaboration. They started off with Aerith, and next week is Tifa, which actually annoys me because I was ready. I had all of my Iris saved up. I have like over 50k saved up. I had like all these tickets. Had all this ready to do a summoning video for it, and then they pushed back Tifa a week. I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Like, I like Aerith. I would have summoned for her, but they gave her for free, so I already have a copy of her. And then they're giving us the shards for her. So if you do like all the missions as well as the logins, you have enough to, I think, get her to EX2 without summoning. So I was like, okay, well, there's like literally no point for me to summon on this banner. I just have everything sitting and waiting for Tifa. I did use tickets to summon. I had some regular tickets that I used. Because they also have Jessie on the banner. And I ended up getting 2 copies of Jessie, so that was cool. I do want to try to get one more copy of Eris because you need to get one more copy to get her to EX3. So I might as well try to max her out if I can. But I am not going to do that until Tifa's banner comes out. And I want to see if I can get enough copies of Tifa first. Remember when people used to just play the first round and just go back out? Yeah. Before they changed it. Because like I said, first round was where you got the most points. That's the reason why people did that back then. It was like, it was cost efficient because it was only 10 stamina versus the having to do the extra, 30, 50 stamina. That was a thing back then until they changed that. Like you still get the most points for first round, but you don't get credited for it unless you win. So like if you go all the way to like the finals and you lose, you get screwed out of a lot of points. First round is annoying because those stupid bots keep fighting each other and it just makes everything longer than it has to be. Yeah. Well, at least they don't show them fight. Imagine that, having to watch the AI fight itself for the turns, like, I forget, was it? Yeah, the 9 turns before it calls it a draw. Imagine if it made you have to watch them do that. I would so, like, be pulling out my hair or what's left of my hair or whatever. I don't think I could imagine being stuck there having to watch that shit. Do you play the majority of gacha games out right now? Not all of them. I play a large number of gacha games. I like trying out gacha games. Let me put it that way. Like I'll see something that looks interesting and I'll try it out and see if I like it. Like I get a lot of suggestions from viewers and people in my Discord. Like that's how I got into War of the Visions. Because that game's actually been out a decent while, but I was never interested in it until I heard about their Final Fantasy VII collaboration. If you haven't guessed, Final Fantasy VII is my favorite Final Fantasy, so that's why whenever I see them do that. Kid Swag for Life 10. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, anytime I see, any of those games have a Final Fantasy VII collaboration, I get hyped for it. So they told me about that, and I'm like, all right, cool. I'll start trying to play the game. And it was during their Final Fantasy X collaboration. That's when I started playing it. And I grinded it pretty good. And at first I wasn't going to try to grind those characters out, but apparently they were really good. So I was like, alright, if I'm going to play it, I might as well work on it. And since those were the best characters in the game at the time, I went ahead and went for them. So I did like their summons and got them maxed out. It was Tidus and Yuna. And there was another one, Oron. So I worked on those 3, did the summons for them. They actually gave a lot of currency, so like I'm back up to like 50k, whatever their orbs are. I'm pretty much just sitting on it waiting for the Final Fantasy VII event, which, if I remember, it's supposed to be Cloud, Tifa, and Aerith. I don't know if there's any other characters. I know those three are on there. I don't know if it's one banner. Hopefully it's not just one banner, because that would be annoying. But usually they do have multiple banners for the characters. That would be a pain. No one would play World Tournament. Exactly. Are you a big Nintendo guy? I wouldn't say I'm like a huge Nintendo guy. Like, I do have a Switch, and you know, I do like Animal Crossing. Like, I do enjoy Nintendo. I don't know if I would consider myself a Nintendo guy, though. Like, I think right now I have... Oh, this shit. Fucking stop killing my bonus, dude. Like, right now I think on my Switch I have Animal Crossing and Disgaea 6. Is the Nintendo Switch a good investment, thinking of getting one? Well, I got a Switch Lite because I figured I was going to be traveling a lot, and so I wanted to have a console on the go. Yeah, and then COVID happened, so we didn't travel too much. I still like it though. Like, it wasn't a bad investment for me because, well, Animal Crossing, I played the shit out of it. A lot of it depends on what you want to do with it. Like, for most people, it's probably better to get the regular Switch, since you have a lot more mileage out of it, because you can take it portable, and then if you get tired of that, you can plug it into the dock, plug it into your TV, because that's one problem with the Switch Lite has, is that there's no output. There's no video output, so that's why I can't really stream on it normally. Like, if you've seen my Animal Crossing streams, you know what I'm talking about. It's ghetto as fuck. But yeah, Switch Lite, you can't output, so if you ever wanted to, you should go for the Switch instead. And in terms of whether or not you should get it, depends on, like, you know, whether or not you like the games on there, because Nintendo has a lot of their game category, that catalog at least, that you can't get anywhere else. There's a lot of their games that are like that. So if you love playing their games, then yeah, I think it's a good investment to get it. But, you know, that's also up to you. Yeah, I was debating between the Lite or the regular Switch. Yeah, it, like I said, it depends on what you want to do with the console. Like, hindsight for me, I probably would have tried to get the regular Switch if I knew I was going to try to stream off of it. I see, back then I wasn't thinking about that at all. I was thinking I was going to be traveling, so I would like to play Animal Crossing on the road when I was traveling. I see the notification for Jammy Cakes for the follow. Appreciate that. For some reason, I didn't see the alert come up. I don't know why, but I appreciate it. I don't know why that didn't come up, but I don't even see it in my Newsreel. My alerts are still messed up. And it's weird. I went on Streamlabs and tested everything, and it looked like everything was working on there. I don't know. Speaking of consoles, I pre-regged for that Steam machine. I don't know what they're calling it. But I signed up for it. Put down the $5, whatever. See what happens in like what? A few months? When is this supposed to come out? Like December? November? Probably November. I'm curious to see how it does, like how it performs. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I'm skeptical of that, but I am interested to see what it does. Especially from like a tournament organizer standpoint, we're viewing this to see if this is an option for us to run our tournament games on a PC type machine rather than console because of the issue of lag. But yeah, that's definitely something that a lot of people have been saying. Like, it should be a better version of the Switch, like a better handheld. But a lot of us are looking at it beyond the handheld aspect. But, you know, guess we'll find out in a few months once people get their hands on it and are able to test it out. I think it'd be cool. Like, I think it'd be pretty cool to check out. And we had another convention going on this weekend. We've had like non-stop conventions going on in Houston almost every weekend. Like after they lifted, restrictions, they just started having events all over the place. But we had Anime Matsuri 2 weeks ago. Last week we had Comic Palooza and Delta H Con. This weekend it's Retro Palooza. What happened to Texas Showdown? Texas Showdown was canceled this year because of COVID. We're planning for it to come back next year. We haven't made any announcements on it yet, but this year it's not happening. We're looking at next year. We're doing some of our local events though. Like, part of the problems with trying to hold Showdown this year is like travel restrictions for international players. I think for certain countries it'll be impossible for them to travel here, especially right now. So there was no way that we could hold it this year. Let me see. I think there's another anime convention too coming up soon in Houston. I know San Japan in San Antonio is Labor Day. That's in September. And I think we have an event called Anime Houston. That's coming up like in 2 weeks, maybe next week. Wait, what is next week? I think it is next week. No. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Not this coming weekend, the weekend after that, 6th to 8th. That's a new one though, so I'm curious to see how that goes. I remember it was supposed to be on the 20th year of Texas Showdown last year, but canceled because of COVID. Yeah. Technically next year it'll still be the 20th year. Like it's still stuck on the 20th year. We just haven't been able to host it. Which kind of sucks because we did have a lot of plans for our 20th anniversary, but obviously we had to put that on hold. We're having to redo things, but it's looking good for next year. Pretty sure we're gonna, barring anything catastrophic, we should be able to hold it next year. Like, there's some other FGC events that are happening. We're obviously taking a close look to see how well they do, because that'll impact what we do, obviously. CEO is in December. KIT is happening on Halloween. That's actually even closer. NEC is also happening, I think November? It's either November or December, sometime around there. Those are the three that I've heard of. I don't know if there's any other big events happening FGC wise, but I know those. And we're definitely keeping an eye out to see how well they do. Like what kind of challenges they have. It'd be also interesting to see what happens with some of the world tours. You know, because everyone was online. And, you know, I'm thinking next year they're going to start trying to do their world tour events again at offline events. So, like, we're waiting to see what happens with Capcom. You know, what they do with, you know, their world tour. We've got Tekken World Tour. I think they had just recently announced Soul Calibur was coming back to do one, which that's pretty cool because, you know, they were supposed to do another one, I think last year, but obviously all that went to hell. Some games that'll be really cool to see at an offline event because their online sucks. One of those games I think is Grand Blue Fantasy. You know, that game actually had a pretty good amount of hype when it came out, and then COVID happened, and then we found out the online for that sucks. So that game's actually suffered a lot with you know, in regards to COVID. Dragon Ball Fighters is another one. I don't think online is super great for Dragon Ball Fighters as well. And I don't know if they're doing another season of updates or not. There's quite a few characters in Dragon Ball Fighters as it is. I don't know if they're going to do a whole lot more. Alright, 3 more rounds. Like, I'm not a big fan of playing fighters, but I do like watching it. Like, it's hard for me to get used to games where they constantly patch and nerf and buff different characters over and over again. I'm not used to that. Like, I'm very old school. I'm just used to playing, a game that's set a certain way. If some characters are OP, then so be it. We'll just have to deal with it. You have your top tier characters, bottom tier, mid tier. I was always used to just like, okay, well, we'll just deal with it. Now it just seems like they take whatever's really good in the game, and then next season, oh, we'll nerf it. And then something else will be OP. And then the next season, they'll switch it up. Like, I guess that keeps it fresh, but at the same time, it's like, I find it hard to... For me, it's hard to learn a game like that. Ushers. See, look, they're trying to murk me so bad. I'm like, get off me. Like, they're trying so hard to just murk me at the start. 3 attacks all at the beginning. Alright, I see you. Eat this Ghost Usher. I still find it funny that there's an OP Nappa. Like, for the life of me, I never thought this day would come, that there'd be an actual good Nappa card. Granted, he's half Vegeta, but still. The Nappa card is actually pretty good. I never thought that would be a thing. I thought the best Nappa we would ever get was that Great Ape Nappa, which is actually terrible. But I thought that was going to be like the best Nappa would ever be. Until this LR came out. And I remember grinding that stupid Nappa. Some of y'all might remember that stream when I was testing him out. And like... I didn't know how rare it was for him to go Great Ape. And he actually did on my stream. I remember reading some of the comments like, holy shit, how did you get him to transform? Like, what are you talking about? That's what he does. I'm like, nah, man, that's like super rare. And I thought they were joking. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, yeah, man, that dude just like never transforms. Saiyan Saga was pretty good with Nappa getting destroyed by Goku. I mean, it gave us the classic Yamcha. There's a lot of classics from that. And with that, I think we're done. 27 wins, 23 mil. I don't care about the Kais, like I said. I don't care. There we go. Give me the Gohan. We're actually almost at the top 50k. Not that it matters. I don't care. 25 in my local. I believe that should be good enough. That should be good enough to keep me in the top 150. So we can get our towel. So right now I'm sitting here So I would be getting 1 towel, 10 medals, 1 silver ticket. That's garbage. 1 silver ticket, 1 statue, and 3,000 friend points. Lovely. That's garbage, but okay. I just want the towel. The rest of this can go to hell. I don't care about any of this other crap. More than likely, I'm going to fall into this group. I think, depending on how much people grind. I mean, it's still 250 is 4 o'clock. It's like 4 p.m. over there. It's still prime time. Like, not even prime time. I'm sure some people will start trying to grind it a little bit before the end. So I'm probably going to end up around this range, the 50 to 100. In which case that would be 1 towel, 8 medals, 1 ticket, 1 statue, and 2,000 friend points. It's not that much of a drop off. I don't care. That's fine. I can deal with that. Alright, let's collect our shit. There's our Gohan, which I probably can't collect because I'm probably out of space. Yep, I'm out of space. That's fine. He's in my box. I have him. He's secured. I don't think there were any other missions. Yeah, he had a rare chance to transform. You did the impossible. Yeah, that's what they were telling me in the comments, and that's why I was like, what are you talking about? And then I think I tried later on to get him to transform again, and he didn't. Like, in total, using that card, Nappa's transformed for me probably literally only 3 times. 2 times I think were on stream. And then, yeah, that was it. I still need to finish this. How much time do I have to finish this? Oh, I have till the end of the month. I still have like a few more days. That's fine. Because apparently World Tournament does not count for that. That's fine. Whatever. Okay, so we have 5, 6, 7. What Trunks is that? I don't remember that Trunks for some reason. That one I remember. And the Bardock. Then that Vegeta. Goku. Wow, they put that old Goku on here? I don't have that Trunks. And these are the World Tournament. I think I have these two. Yeah, I have these two. Because I definitely tried that World Tournament to get the 23 mil to get them. Because I think they gave you both of them. Yeah, I have this Mighty Mask. I have him. I don't think I have this Gohan. Definitely have that Cell. And Chi-Chi. I think this Gohan I don't have. And then that Goku's new, I think. The one from the OG World Tournament. I think that's the only new one. It's another strength one too. Why? Jackie Chun. I have him. Got the Chi-Chi. I have Grandpa. And then these are all SRs. I hate that you still can't do multis with the tickets. I wish they let you do multis with the tickets. Like the SR tickets I understand, but like these, come on. You have like so many of these tickets. He came out with the Int Broly for Saiyan Day. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't get either one of them. Losing my mind trying to stay above 2,000 global rank. Man, good luck with that. That's why I stopped caring about World Tournament. I was like, I don't have the fortitude to keep grinding anymore. Like, I always hated, the sniping at the end. Like, all of a sudden at the end, all these people pushing hard, and then you're having to sweat over it. Dog, I'm not about that life anymore. Alright, so let's do one summon on each of these banners. We'll start with this one, because this one's probably going to give me crap. Nice. Thank you. It's funny, you sometimes get like the worst animation, even though it's guaranteed SSR. They should have noticed that no one plays World Tournament that much. Not people do. Because, I mean, it's a good source of, materials and whatever. Like, some people will grind at least part of it. Just not, like, as much as people used to. I'm pretty sure I have that. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I grinded that event. See, again, it gives me the worst animations, even though this is GSSR. It's so weird. I mean, at least he did go Super Saiyan 3, but like everything before that is totally like nothing. Oh, and of course fusions are on here. Of course. Alright. So now we're done with the tournament. We'll just sit around and wait till it's over, get the rest of our prizes, probably get some more tickets. I don't know if I'm going to stream the summons for that because it's pretty boring. There's not much on those banners, so it's not like you're going to get anything great. I wish they would put like old LRs on there. That would make it more hype, even if it's like super low chance, just to have the shot at getting them. But they'd probably never do that because it's free. They would never give away LRs for free like that, now would they? Even though they do other tickets. Actually, yeah, take that back. They should. They should put old LRs on there. Why not? That would get, at least some people interested in playing World Tournament. Give me more summon tickets. Give me shots at free LRs. Fuck it. But anyhow, that's going to be it for me for tonight. Good luck for you crazy people if you're still grinding the World Tournament. I wish you guys luck, because that shit sucks. Good luck to y'all if y'all still summoning. And I will catch y'all guys later. Have a good night.